What if your thoughts could become reality? Discover how Yeyzer is changing the way we connect and share ideas. Click to find out more. I was absolutely amazed the first time I met Sarah Hajipour. With over 15 years of experience in building innovative products, Sarah is on a mission to tackle a huge problem we all face today: loneliness. Through Yeyzer, a groundbreaking social AI platform, Sarah is crafting a way for professionals to connect in real life. It's fascinating to see how Sarah's passion for human-centric AI is shaping the future. What's even more intriguing is how Sarah navigates the complexities of technology to build products that truly matter. This is just the beginning. Stay tuned to find out more about Sarah's inspiring journey. Today we'll dive into how Yeyzer is changing the game for personal connections among professionals. Sarah will share her journey, the vision behind Yeyzer, and how it all started with a personal challenge. You won't want to miss this. Sarah started Yeyzer to solve the loneliness problem among professionals. By connecting users based on shared interests, timing, and location, Yeyzer creates spontaneous, meaningful connections. Key insights include the importance of user feedback, building trust through LinkedIn verification, and constant networking for growth. For rapid business growth, focus on staying adaptable, being user-centered, and clearly defining what sets your startup apart. Just like Sarah, keep refining your approach and learn as you go. Welcome to The Founder Show, the ultimate podcast for startups and visionaries. Today we're excited to have Sarah Hajipour, the founder of Yeyzer, joining us. Here at The Founder Show, we don't just share stories, we amplify them to inspire and connect with over 100,000 subscribers. So whether you're just starting out or growing your business, you're in the right place. Let's get started. Hi, Sarah. This is Vats from The Founder Show. Thanks for joining this podcast, and I'm so glad to have you here with me. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks. How about yourself?
I'm doing fantastic, Sarah. Thanks for asking. Let's dive right in. Can you tell me the name of your startup and the big idea behind it? What problem are you solving?
Yeah, my company is called Yeyzer, Yeyzer, and the reason for that name is whenever I get excited about finding an answer to a question, say like, when something good happens, like if I find a parking spot or just meet someone that I was waiting to see, instead of yes, I'll go Yeyzer. So that's how I named my company after it. The problem I'm solving is connecting professionals in a one-on-one setting that solves for loneliness problem.
That's such a unique and personal story behind the name, Sarah. I love how it ties into your excitement and positivity. And tackling loneliness by connecting professionals one-on-one is such a meaningful mission. What inspired you to focus on this particular problem? Was there a personal experience or moment that sparked the idea?
Absolutely. It was actually my own experience when I had to move from city to city in the Bay Area because of the jobs that I had and the opportunities that I was taking on. And that caused a lot of isolation. And that's even before COVID. That sparked that thought in my mind: how can I actually find those people that I can trust and feel safe with, to connect with, find meaningful and genuine connections with when I need it, where I need it. So it has an element of spontaneity. Say, for example, if I want to go hiking this weekend, who would I feel that I want to go with? Because you can go hike, yes, of course. You can go by yourself. You can go on Meetup and find a group to go with. But isn't it a better experience if you go with someone that it's actually the type of person that you want to do that with? And the best way for us to be able to find those kind of people is that if we can know them from their professional aspect. Why? Because people spend most of their time and their life and their adult life in building their careers. It says a lot about who they are. So it kind of creates more of a trust element to it.
That's such a powerful and relatable story, Sarah. Moving around and feeling isolated is something so many professionals experience, and I love how you've turned that challenge into an opportunity to create meaningful connections. The spontaneity aspect is brilliant too. It's about finding the right person for the moment, not just anyone. I'm curious, how does Yeyzer work to match people? Is it based on shared interests, professional backgrounds, or something else entirely?
Great question. So it's all of the above. We call it the Yeyzer experience. And what we mean by that is you're going to meet the right people, which is the persona that you define on the system. Using AI, you can actually just prompt it. We'll ask you a question. What is the type of person you want to go out with right now or within the next couple of days? So that's the persona that you create. Say, for example, I say, hey, another founder who has had 3-time exits and kind of is good in go-to-market strategy and loves hiking. That would be the persona that I'm interested in hanging out with within the next couple of days. Now, that can change every time that anyone signs into the app or logs into the app. The next element is timing. So like I said, tomorrow or this weekend, within the next couple of days. So it's not going to be too far out, but rather closer to the present time. So that's the time element. And then it's the location element. This needs to be local. You decide and define how far you want that person or how far you're open to your distance being with that person. And we want it right now. We're just in San Francisco Bay Area. We want to keep that local as possible so people can meet as quickly as possible. But you can always decide when that experience is going to happen and where that experience is going to happen. So it's time, location, and person and experience. And you can say what you want to do, which I mentioned here, it was hiking, and you have all of these 4 elements coming together to create that Yeyzer experience for you.
That's such a well thought out approach, Sarah. I love how Yeyzer combines personalization with spontaneity. It's like crafting the perfect experience tailored to someone's immediate needs. The persona aspect is especially fascinating, letting users define exactly who they want to connect with in that moment. It feels so intentional and trust-driven. How has the response been so far in the Bay Area? Are people embracing this concept of hyper-local, time-sensitive connections? And what's been the most surprising feedback you've received?
Absolutely. We released our beta this November 16th to our beta users, to 100 beta users so far. The feedback we're receiving is great. A lot of the features that we're actually working on, we're still working on and we're building. Whoever, I would say, out of any 100 people that I have spoken with, 90% or more were either signed up to my wait list or developed or downloaded the app, right? Because we have 2 steps. You first have to sign up to our wait list. We check your LinkedIn and see if we get a sense whether you're a real person, and then only then we will send you an email with a link to download the app, because we want to keep it as trustworthy as possible. This is why we have a LinkedIn connection over there. So far, I've gotten great feedback, but as you know, also we're building and building and building. So we're iterating. We're at a phase where we want to perfect the product following what the user needs and what the user actually is going to drive us towards. So that's where we're at.
That's incredible progress, Sarah. Launching a beta and already seeing such strong interest and engagement is a huge milestone. I really admire the extra layer of trust you've built in by vetting users through LinkedIn. It's such a smart way to ensure authenticity and safety, especially for something as personal as one-on-one connections. It sounds like you're really listening to your users and iterating based on their needs. What's been the most exciting or unexpected insight you've gained from your beta users so far? Has anything shifted your perspective on how Yeyzer should evolve?
Yes, actually many. But the cutest one was where people are pronouncing the name differently and gave me suggestions on what different types of names they have thought of for Yeyzer, because it's a new name. People haven't heard of it before. So it's fun for me to explore that. I love hearing from them. It shows their interest. It shows that they care and they do want to have a great experience on my platform. And that is, something I look forward to. I think I forgot the second piece of your question, the second half of your question. Can you repeat that maybe?
That's so sweet, Sarah. It's amazing how people are engaging with the name. It shows they're really connecting with your brand on a personal level. And it must be fun hearing all the creative variations they come up with. The second part of my question was about whether any feedback or insights from your beta users have shifted your perspective on how Yeyzer should evolve. Have the suggestions or experiences influenced your roadmap in any unexpected ways?
Definitely. So what my basically North Star is follow the user. It's not just what I like to build, it's what the user wants to see. They keep giving us great feedback, and based on those feedbacks, we're looking into them, we're evaluating them on the back end with the team. Some of them we're implementing, some of them we're looking and monitoring and observing and seeing, how it will go, because it's a beta. We don't want to immediately start, implementing things and changing things. But yes, there's great perspective coming out, a lot of questions about whether or not, okay, is this going to be turning into a dating app? Is this going to be turning into Meetup? How is it different? And our answer to that question is very clear. This is not a dating app. This is not another LinkedIn or another Meetup. It is basically building genuine connections for in real life connections and instances and experiences to enrich any kind of experience that you want to have with another individual, especially that you know them from a professional aspect as well.
That's such a thoughtful approach, Sarah, staying user-focused while balancing feedback with careful evaluation. It's clear you're building something truly unique. And I love how you're setting boundaries to differentiate Yeyzer from dating apps or platforms like LinkedIn and Meetup. The emphasis on genuine in-person connections rooted in trust and shared experiences really sets it apart. I'm curious, as you continue to grow and refine Yeyzer, what's your vision for the future? Do you see it expanding beyond the Bay Area or introducing new features to deepen those connections?
My vision for this is that each and every person on the planet, so basically our motto is that we want to eliminate loneliness once and for all, one step at a time. So let's fight loneliness one Yeypal at a time. We're just starting with the professional community in the Bay Area, but we're going to expand this, and my vision is to expand this globally so that no one will ever have to even go for lunch with themselves if they don't want to, or don't have to give up working out if they are feeling lazy, and just another human being motivating them will make that happen for them. We want that amazing experience so that human beings are connected genuinely in real life and bringing back the human element to our interactions and to our lives. We don't need to be, apart from each other like this, just using these social platforms and hitting on likes and comments. We need to feel another human's aura. We need to be feeling motivated, hearing each other's voice, reading our body language. We need to be able to create all of these genuine connections that's possible only with the presence of another human being.
Wow, Sarah, that's such a powerful and inspiring vision. Eliminating loneliness on a global scale is such a meaningful mission. And I love how you're starting with the professional community and building from there. The idea of bringing back the human element, real in-person connections, is so needed in today's world where digital interactions often dominate. Your focus on creating those small, impactful moments, like having someone to share lunch with or motivate a workout, is so relatable and practical. It's not just about solving loneliness, it's about enriching lives in a deeply human way. What do you think will be the biggest challenge in scaling Yeyzer globally while maintaining that sense of trust and authenticity?
That's a very good question, because this time it's not just takes two to tango, but it takes a whole effort from people who, to interact with this. It does have a social effect. So meaning that the social network and the social impact of it would be that the more users on the platform, the more impactful the platform will be. We're at the fundraising stage right now, and we're raising our first 250K angel round. And as we know, one of the 49% of startups fail due to lack of funding. We don't want to be one of those. We want to be one of those to take this to the next level, and we're trying hard to do that. We've raised 75K so far, and we are raising for the next steps, and we're very hopeful that we'll get to that point.
That's such a crucial point, Sarah. Scaling something like Yeyzer does require a strong network effect, and it's inspiring to see how determined you are to make it happen. Fundraising can definitely be a tough road, but it's amazing that you've already raised $75,000. That's a solid start, and it shows that people believe in your vision. What's been your strategy for connecting with investors and pitching Yeyzer? And how do you convey the emotional and social impact of your mission to potential backers?
It's the constant networking. I'm basically almost every day attending the events that connect me to the startup ecosystem and the startup community and the investor community in the Bay Area. I have been speaking to so many amazing investors, getting a lot of great feedback and implementing them every single time on my pitch deck. I have multiple versions of my pitch deck now, and I'm very positive that with their help and with their amazing guidance, I'm able to take this off the ground.
That's such a proactive and inspiring approach, Sarah. Constantly networking and refining your pitch deck based on feedback shows your dedication and adaptability. It's clear you're putting in the work to build those meaningful connections with investors, just like your platform aims to do for its users. What's one piece of advice or feedback from an investor that's really stuck with you and shaped how you approach Yeyzer or your fundraising journey?
The fact that everybody goes through the stages that they have to keep changing the way that they are approaching the solution, and it keeps changing, and we have to be mindful of that. The advice and the feedback that I got was that it's okay that you have to keep changing your pitch deck. That's just how it has to be, because you're learning as you go to speak the investor language, and that's totally fine. It doesn't mean that you're not doing it right. It means that you're on the right track.
That's such a valuable piece of advice, Sarah. It's so true. Evolving your pitch and adapting to speak the investor's language is part of the journey, not a sign of failure. It's a reflection of growth and learning, which is exactly what being a founder is all about. It sounds like you've embraced that mindset beautifully. As you continue to refine your pitch, what's the one key message or takeaway you always want investors to walk away with after hearing about Yeyzer?
That this is not another dating app, and it's not another meetup app. It is a completely new way of thinking and looking at social networks for professionals from a completely new angle. And I want to leave them with that. We really do need in real life connections, and we cannot and should not be staying only with our technology and elevating AI human-centrically, meaning that human is the center of all of the technologies, not the other way around.
That's such a powerful and clear message, Sarah. You're redefining how we think about social networks by putting real-life, human-centered connections at the forefront. It's refreshing to hear a vision where technology serves to enhance human interaction, not replace it. I'm sure that resonates deeply with investors and users alike. As we wrap up, what's one piece of advice you'd give to other founders who are just starting out and navigating the challenges of building something meaningful?
Throw away the words hard and easy. It's not about that. It's about your perseverance. It's about your vision, and it's about what you want to bring to life. So keep doing it.
That's such an empowering perspective, Sarah. Focusing on perseverance and vision rather than labeling things as hard or easy. It's a mindset that can truly drive success. Thank you so much for sharing your journey, insights, and passion with us today. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the podcast. Wishing you and Yeyzer all the success in eliminating loneliness, one connection at a time.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Sarah. It was a pleasure having you. Wishing you all the best with Yeyzer. Take care. Thanks for tuning into the Founders Show. If you enjoyed today's episode, please give us a like and hit that subscribe button. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment too. And hey, if you're a startup founder and want to share your story, come visit us at Founder Show to sign up. We can't wait to feature you. Until next time, keep building your dreams.